Okay, this is take 3 of my video for the Mad Moodies. In our Nathaniel's video, we were talking about how he met me, how him and his brother came up in revival to Texas, all the way out in Texas from Georgia. And the first time we met in person, my mother and I have been running late for church, and our excuse was we got stuck with a slow train. And so the first time he saw me, I was coming in laughing. And me and my mother. Well, this whole revival, he did awesome. And I could tell he kept trying to talk to me. Well, not talk to me so much as grin at me. You know, those big grins? You can see them in his videos. Those big grins. Well, that made him laugh. And normally, with some people, that might be creepy. But I thought it was kind of cute, fortunately for him. Yes. But, fortunately for him, because that could have been really creepy. Because all he did was smile at me. He didn't talk the whole time. I even brought him a piece of pie at our pastor's house. Never did talk to me. He finally got... Thank you. Huh? I said thank you. Other than saying thank you. So technically, I talked to you. He finally tried to talk to me at the end of the revival, and he got interrupted again. Well, he goes home. Apparently his brother Chasten told him, "You should have talked to her. You should have talked to her." My mother, meanwhile, goes, "Why didn't you talk to him more?" I said, "I tried to. We always got interrupted. I tried to." She said, "Why don't you message him? He's nice. He was interested." I think at that point, that's all my mother cared about, was there was a nice young man interested in me. I don't think she was really picky at the time. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. But she did really like him, which was the first for anybody I dated. I'm sorry, I keep looking off camera at him. Well, I said, well, I didn't care about the spina bifida. My thing was he was younger than me. He's about 5.5 years younger than me. Well, I said, yes, you are about 5.5 years younger than me. I don't know why you're looking, like, questioning. I was trying to think. Well, he's 5.5 years younger than me. And that's not most my concern. It wasn't even the fact that he was shorter than me. It was the fact that he was younger than me. Well, I finally messaged him, and I go, "Hey, I'd like to get to know you better." Oh, he goes, "Oh, that's great." You know, oblivious. So I have to, oh, yeah. There is a cousin of ours, Jeannie. If Jeannie's watching this, I'm sure she'll take plenty of credit. But, instead of letting him reply, she had got the phone and she sent heart eyes, an emoji with heart eyes to me. I was like, okay, he's enthusiastic. Meanwhile, Nathaniel's freaking out. And, you know, I'd been burned before. I knew he was a good guy. But I was falling in love with him. But I was hesitant. I wanted to make sure this was going to last before we talked about marriage. Which we ended up talking about marriage early anyway. So I said, you have to wait at least 6 months before you can ask me to marry you. And he did. Practically on the nose. Though I was getting a little frustrated with him because he come down to run a revival with my dad. And this whole weekend, he's about with me, he's staying at my parents' house. Not with me. At my parents' house for about a week. And this whole weekend, I'm like, is he going to ask me? Is he going to ask me? He's not going to ask me. He needs to ask me. Hurry up and ask me. And he had actually had a plan. He said he was probably nervous. He had said he was going to ask my dad to, if he could marry me. Though he got scared, and nobody thinks my dad is scary except for maybe Nathaniel. Well, he's got his eyebrows up a little bit. Nobody finds my dad scary, really.
I'm the only one married to his daughter.
Hmm.
So I know I gotta treat you right, otherwise I'm in trouble.
Well, no, it's my mother you should be worried about. So he finally, I said, well, whatever you do when you propose, please don't get on down on one knee, because I'm afraid you won't be able to get back up because of his crutches and everything. Well, he, unbeknownst to me, he'd wanted to propose to me at a botanical garden. I can't remember the name of it. It actually got destroyed in a hurricane, I think a few years after. And he gets down on one knee, which I actually told him not to, but he did anyway, and he almost drops the ring into the pond. And I don't know how he would have got it out if he dropped it in there, because it was a little bit murky. But he caught the ring, and that's all that matters. And it was about, 6 months later? Almost 5 months?
5 months.
5 months before I moved to Georgia.
No, 4 months, because we got married at 5 months later.
4 months until I moved to Georgia to marry my husband. Was I right that time, Mr. Moody?
Yes, you got it right.
Thank you for letting me know. But, yeah. And I almost couldn't fit in my wedding dress because of his mama's cooking. But anybody who watches these videos that knows us knows Mama's cooking. Boy, my eyes look tiny in this. I need my contact lenses. But, yep, that was it. And we've been happily married ever since. It's not always been easy, but I always tell him I'd marry him all over again.
You didn't tell all the research you did, though.
Oh, well, I'm so glad my husband is there to correct me. And tell me when I forgot stuff. Well, he had, I wanted to do some research on spina bifida, because that's what I knew he had. And no matter what I read, it wouldn't have affected me wanting to marry him. But I wanted to be prepared. Well, it turns out, by the time I was done researching, and my mother was done researching, I actually knew more about what he had than he does. But like I said, I'd marry him all over again. I really would. No matter what. Even if this last year's been rough, I'd still marry him all over again. So if you like, check out more Mad Moody's, where we promise we're going to do more videos. We're going to do so much better. Yeah.
And we will have you laughing all the time.
And we will have you laughing all the time. Yeah, I don't like wearing glasses in these videos. I need contacts. It makes my eyes look small. Yeah. But, what? So, next time, watch out for our videos next time. And by that, like and subscribe and check us out. All right, see you later.